Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War World Lore event, week 3, day 4. So today, of course, we're going to be wrapping up a little bit on World Lore, then messing around with the hero class, get a free gems from that, any XP if you haven't already gotten all your XP from it. However, I will not be going for any of it because, well, we already got it maxed, so the XP won't do us too much good, but the gems will. And then from there, probably still keep power leveling. We're still trying to get every single hero class in the game to level 80. If I'm not mistaken, we only have 2 left. Oracle, which we're working on right now, and Slayer, which will be the last one of them that we need to do. And then boom, we got base level 80. And then from there, we'll slowly start working one at a time to 100 until we get them all done, of which we don't have that many left. We have, I believe, 5 or 6? I think it's 6. We have 1 Barbarian, 2 Dervish, 3 Diabolist, 4 Doomsayer, 5 is Oracle. And then I believe the only one left is 6 Slayer. Oh, wait, there's one more. And 7 War Priest. So there's 7 left. However, all of them are really close to being 100 already. So we'll get there. Yeah, we technically have 7 of them that are not 100 yet. And 2 of them that are not 80'd yet. Which are the ones we're working on now. Oracle and Slayer. And then we just have the other, the total 7 to go do for 100 then. Well, we're getting there. One step at a time. Also, tomorrow, Vault Event weekend. This weekend will be a great time to go and grind out. We will definitely be doing so. I'll hopefully have the event video up tomorrow morning and then go into, you know, farming out the event. I wasn't able to get it done today. Was still pretty coffee and everything this morning. However, at this point, it feels like it's pretty much gone. Like, I still have a bit of a cough here and there, but, like, to such a rare degree that, you know, I could easily cover the video and everything like that. So, seems like it's almost gone at this point, so that's a good sign. Even though I was still feeling a little down this morning, but hopefully I'll feel really nice tomorrow morning, and then we'll be able to get into everything and basically be back to normal schedule after we go do the weekly video all the way on Friday. But still some relevant stuff to cover, like the Vault event, and of course some people might not even started the event yet for the World Lore event. But anyways, let's get into other things right now. So, first things first, World Lore event. Let's actually go do that. So obviously we want to go set to the World Lore event medals. And then start just taking out. We'll go to from the depths and just get ourselves the little extra medal. I don't think this actually gives us any direct benefit though, unless it makes us a full. Oh, double purple, nice. Nope, no, it does. Good thing I went for it. This gives us a second fully maxed out medal, and with that medal, we can go and replace it out, and then boom, look at that. We now have ourselves 2 medals set. So now we have a total bonus of 320% damage, which means we have even more damage than yesterday. Theoretically, meaning the battles we're doing right now will actually be even easier than the battles that we were doing towards the end of yesterday, just because now we have even more stats than we just had. 320% bonus rather than just a 200% bonus. So that is quite a hefty amount. Obviously, I'm still running the same team I have been all week. War Priest is what we currently have set, though, which is not actually what I want to have set. Let's go set to Oracle. Not even sure what I have trait set up on Oracle right now. Oracle is one of those things that you, like, never use. Let me double check. Let's see. Gain a random stats effect, sure, because it could be enchant. But then again, technically everything already has it. Some extra armor if you use in first, sure. Some extra life, sure. Centaur's gaining a benefit. Normally that'd be the way you use it. I guess we'll just go for extra magic. +1 magic to all allies, sure. And a little bit extra yellow, why not? Sounds like a plan. Okay, let's just roll with that. Should be fine. Okay, and let's just use our Oracle then. Also, hello everyone! Hope you've all been doing well. Hello, Bill. Hello, Defiant. Hello, Supplement. Hello, John. Hello, John. I said John twice. Hello, Birdleaf. Hello, Captain. Hello, Humberto. And hello, Curtis. And hello, Drock7. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you've reached your first delve at max level. Congrats. Very nice. Ooh, Valraven. I want to take yellow immediately just to deny him out a bit. Take that over. And we should be okay. Throw that down. Oh, I did not realize we had enough damage to kill. Apparently that amount % of extra damage is quite a bit, because we can actually one-shot them now, whereas we weren't able to before. Quite nice. Hello, Cookie! Welcome. Okay. But the cough's not as bad as anymore. I still have a cough, but it's not nearly as bad. I was this morning, but I've been resting all day, and with the humidifier on and everything. Still drinking hot tea and all that, and I don't know, it's pretty much good. Started taking a little bit of medicine too for it. Didn't go to the doctors or anything. Still kind of concerned with doing something like that just because of coronavirus. I knew it wasn't anything too major though. It was likely just some kind of seasonal allergies like I normally get. I don't always get it, but more often than not, I get it to some capacity. Some years it's worse than others. Okay, and a smash. And of course, just take the highest rarity battle every time, and make sure to always, always, always take the extra raider battle if you see it. Gosh, Weaver just decimates this game mode this week. I think Weaver, solo Weaver could probably solo the entire thing. Especially since the summons Web Spinner. Like, you don't even need a team. Like, literally just this Web Spinner with 3 empty spots would win. Let's see, we'll throw that. Oh, it didn't die. Does Weaver have that much more damage? Apparently. No, you have spell reduction, that's why. Ah, I was gonna say, how did you live? He has spell reduction. I was gonna say, because both of them should have a relatively similar damage. But it's the 25% spell reduction that made it live. That would explain it. Luckily, Valraven's right in kill range, though I don't have anything to kill it with right now. Or about to. And of course, take the Exerator, and I believe that's our final battle. Oh, no, we have 2 more. Hopefully, we find one more Valraven, though we already found one. So it might be the end of the line. We'll see how it goes. Take that over. Double cast this, and if not, we just kill it with this if we don't have full mana, but we do. You know what? I'm still gonna go this just because it's quicker, so we don't have to watch all the explosions. And final battle if we don't get a Valraven. Hopefully, we see a Valraven here. Ah, no Valraven. Oh well. That's all the battles we can get in today. 12 more tomorrow. And my guild's probably gonna be done by then. Thought they'd already be done now, but some people might not be doing their battles yet. Ooh, not enough damage. I did take like the level 230 or 220 battle or something. No, yeah, 220. Gosh, our skulls hit hard. I'm actually gonna have to take a skull just so he doesn't kill me. Oh, or he's still gonna try. Oh yeah, 25% score reduction saved us though. Nice. Just take some purple so we get Weaver down. Luckily, he did not get a kill there. And then with Life and Death, and then any true damage kills it. Let's take a skull for now. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Even our skulls do absurd damage. It's not just our cast damage. That is so strong, the metal that we got this week. Tears through everything. I completely forgot that, too. We have it on skull. So it just hits so hard. And that's where leaderboard's at right now. Let's see, how's our guild doing? Our guild is... Hey, we have some zeros. Who are these zeros? But yeah, we're right in the middle because we bought bare minimum, so it makes sense that we're dead center. Because that's exactly what we bought was dead center. We bought a tier 4, which is the lowest you should really buy, because that ends up giving you the new weapon. Though you could also get it in Soulforge, but it's normally better to buy with gems. I think it's 500 gems, if I'm not mistaken. It's either 410 or 500. I believe it was 500 to reach the weapon. That's like the bare minimum you should do. And if every single person in your guild does tier 4, and does the rooms optimally, you should be able to get all rewards. If every single person in your guild is tier 4 and does the correct room order and doesn't lose any battles, that should be plenty enough to get the event done. Which I believe it is, because by the end of the week, that would end up being like, what? I want to say 1,000 points? 1,200? 1,100? Well, let's see. We've done 4 days. So theoretically, we could double that, couldn't we? So, or almost double. So let's say 1,400. So yeah, 1,400 times 30 people. That seems like it definitely would, since we're almost there with this amount of points, and we're quite a bit less overall. But yeah, it'd be about 1,400 per person, which would end up being way more than enough to reach that point. Anyways, in other news, our daily adventure board does have an Imperial on it, so definitely make sure you don't forget to go grab that. So much so, I'm going to grab it right now. Not with that team, though. Let me go and switch out to... you know what? I'm actually going to run Suna for all of this. Actually, you know what? Let's just take the legend first. And then take dungeons, and then we'll come back with Rowan. Where's my Suna team? Because we're already right here anyways. Might as well grab it. This is giving us Daedalus EXP though. I was a hello, Cooper, and hello, Budley. Welcome, welcome. You did Black Manacles, Venberic, Magnus, and Possessed King. Yeah, basically just a full AoE spam. AoE is the best way to go for it, for sure. Anything that can hit all enemies. Or in the case that we were doing it, mana looping a double kill. Which is kind of the same thing. But either or ends up working out really good. Spam AoE or spam double kill into mana accumulation with Weaver. The reason I went down the Weaver route is because it gets to cycle its mana, even though it doesn't get to one-shot all of them in one hit. If you were running with 3 metal bonuses, it would probably be better. But if you only had like 1 or 2 metal bonuses, I feel like the Weaver's a little bit of a better option just because a full AoE will not instantly kill unless you have a lot of metal benefits from the start. Which if you bought a lot of packs, you would. But if you bought like a normal amount of packs or a lower amount of packs, I don't think you would have enough damage to land a kill with a single AoE. You would need multiple. As long as it's 3 or under, it'd still be worth using AoEs, regardless. There we go. Still had the double damage, so didn't really need it. Yeah, multiple Queen Titania is pretty strong. Like, I'm going to do dungeons now, and then we're going to switch back over to the other thing. What's the order of best to worst in power troops? Worst is Tall. Best is Leprechaun. Everything in between we would need to contemplate on. But those are the worst and best in powers. Tall is worst, and Leprechaun is best. And everything else would be a category in between. And I haven't covered a video on that. We should cover that sometime. A best to worst in power video. Or worst to best. Because there's a lot of empowers in the game. Though quite a few of them fit underneath the exact same category. It would be a little bit hard to rank compared to each other. Like almost every single troop, with a few exceptions like Mercy and a few others. But almost every single troop that converts one color to another color is under the exact same category of ranking. There's some exceptions to that just because some of their color synergies work really well. But a good majority of any troop that converts a color into a different color off of Empower are underneath the exact same category, with a few exceptions. Let's see. What am I looking for? Where's my Rowan? There's my Rowan. Hello, Liz. Welcome. How many points for what? Okay, can we get a quick kill here? I don't see an extra turn, but we can grab that. And then get our extra turn. Oh, there's an extra turn, but in wrong color. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, Lord Ember is not that bad. I feel like Hellcat in many instances, coloration-wise, works a little bit better. But overall, it's it still works. So I just noticed something weird about my mic input. It actually has the audio slightly louder into one ear than it does into the other. I think it might be because of the positioning I have the mic in. that's not doing it evenly. I wonder if it would do it inverse if I had it on the other side. Let me see real quick. I never noticed that until just now. Okay, so if I switch the sides, does it actually reverse the two things? No, it still has it the same way. That is weird. That is very, very weird. I never noticed that until now, but for whatever reason, one of the inputs is slightly louder into the ear than the other. Not by much. It's about like a 1% difference, but it's noticeable enough that it shows a difference. I never noticed that till just now. I wonder if there's something I can do to adjust that. Though I'm pretty sure it's not even hearable because it's such a small difference. Because I was just looking at like the desktop audio. It's like, oh yeah, the game audio is nice, perfectly even, and then like my my mic audio is not. Okay, anyways, pretty sure that's not even hearable. But let's go and we did that. We did that. Probably gonna need to clear out the Clash Trial next. So we're restricted quite a bit as far as what we can even use in the Clash Trial. We're most likely just going to have to go and use a Black Manacle build. And just kind of quick kill it off a Black Manacle. And then go from there. So we'll probably just go with that. So we'll go with this. Go with a Black Manacle then. We could also go a more red-like thing, like Dawnbringer if we wanted to. And feed it with one of the red mana accumulators that are from the kingdom. Either or would kind of work. Like a Dawnbringer or something. And does anything have Link? Do we not have access to Thrall? We do. Give me those Thralls. Actually, you know what? We're going to do it like that. Or is that overkill? That's not overkill. It's fine. I think that's all we need. Actually, you know what? I lied. We're just going all Thrall. We're just going all Thrall. Actually, it might almost be better just use Dawnbringer at this point. We're going triple Thrall Dawnbringer. And for class, we'll just use it Oracle, I guess, and use it with Yellow Storm. Because that's what I need EXP on. Doesn't have Yellow Storm? I thought it did. Yes, there it is. Light Storm. That is what I'm looking for. And banner, we could just set to yellow something. Yellow, red? Anything that's not minus purple, or any minus... Okay, there we go. Oops, that's not what I need. There we go. Okay, so +2 yellow, +1 red, -1 green, triple Thrall into Dawnbringer. Sounds like a plan. Actually, put that in first slot. Sounds like a plan. And we're restricted to Darkstone humans, so you can use any hero class, any weapon. So move this over. We ideally want to be trying for purple as immediately as possible. So of course we get a board that has none of it. So we simply take a purple and then we auto have full mana. And then you just cast Dawnbringer. So the goal is take a purple, cast Thrall, auto win with Dawnbringer. We don't even have half mana start, but I believe that will still full mana feed us, or at least pretty close. Is there any good Possessed King human team? I wouldn't really say so. You generally don't build him into pure human. I will have full mana on him automatically next turn, so I'll just take whatever. And then cast and then win. And then you're dead. But yeah, it's kind of hilarious how overpowered Thrall has become over time. The more magic that comes into the game, the better Thrall becomes. If they eventually make his ability go based on half his magic. Though he will be rather useless if they ever made that change. Let's see, I'm gonna take that over. Yeah, you thought it was a bald gnome. The bald gnome mic. Can you not move? There we go. Oh, did his stream die for a little bit? That was weird. What are you doing, YouTube? Stop dying on me. It seems to be working pretty well. I don't think we'll need to make any adjustment at any point. Especially if we're just doing the free battles. We do get some pretty unlucky no purple boards. It's like the only color we want to be seeing at starting board. Better like a 5 times of any of the colors we need for Dawnbringer. Of course, now we get his mana as we already have everything we need. And he does live, but we just kill with that. And then this mana generate indefinitely for the rest of the time. Like, once we get it rolling, we, like, auto-win. Problem is finding that first purple. But once we find that first purple, we just do this, and then we win. And then just do it again. And again. And again. It should be as easy as that. Also, you don't have to do this with Dawnbringer. You can do similar with Black Manacle if you don't have Dawnbringer. I feel like it's a bit better with Dawnbringer, though. But the same thing works with Dawnbringer, or pretty much any full AoE weapon for that matter. Aw, why you gotta mana drain him? I needed that ability. Of course, now he doesn't surge. And I believe 2 full AoEs should be enough to kill every single time up to the free battles. Like, these are the last 4. Oh, no, never mind. It's stage 3. Alright, maybe we will need triple shot by the time we reach there. The only reason being is we don't really get that much boost ratio off the weapon due to the fact that Throw is not yellow. Then he makes up for it in mana accumulation. Yeah, Possessed King is one of those kind of weird things where actually humans in general are kind of one of those weird typings where you can kind of use it into pure synergy with itself, but it probably has one of the clunkiest synergies, I would say, compared to most pure types. That and Knights tend to be a little bit clunky if building pure 4 times. Building 3 times of them isn't as clunky, but pure 4 times is a little bit weird. Mostly because a lot of the hero classes, other than maybe, I guess, Pleaguelord, aren't really that great. Pleaguelord is. The rest of the other human hero classes, which I believe is only one other one actually, isn't really that good. But a lot of humans cover a lot of different abilities, and not too many of them synergize with each other. It's not something I would really advise using as a main team, but it would work. Magnus also kind of one of those other weird troops where when it first came out, it was kind of decent, but better options have come out since then. Like, I would say one of the better versions of Magnus right now is Gobtruffle, because it does most of the role of what it does. Not every role, but it's very similar. Will still be even better than it. Is that everything we need? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I gotta live. There we go. Randomly died of Sky Skulls. Love it. Hey, Oracle level. We need those. Oh, so we already got all of our battles we need too. Look at that. Don't even need any Val Ravens here. And if we do, it's extra stats that we just use to speed things up, which is nice. That's bad that he's not already dead. The lack of purple. There we go. Oh, what do we need next? This one? If anyone still has any other questions or anything you want to know, let me know. After this, we'll probably go and level this thing up a bit more. Also, I need to go check my daily thingy things. Daily offers. I believe I had deeds at 25% off and something else and something else. Last I recall, none of it was worth it, but I still want to double check. Just in case it is. Oh, that, and did I ever finish the Imperial? I need to make sure I go do that if I didn't already. I might have started and forgot to finish it because I wanted to switch the team. Should have been a fail because that's the most important thing to go grab is the Imperial off of it. Not even sure where I want to use my next Imperials for the most part. There's a lot of places where we could, but very few that actually seem worth it at the moment. We'll see. Right, we got our mana going already. Good sign. Gonna need several casts though. Which I need to get his first lock killed so we can start poking the other guy. So we actually ran out of throw mana, surprisingly. Should have gotten the other guy up so we had enough to never run out. There we go. Now we're really having enough to never run out. Alright, I think Dawnbringer's slightly short. Yes, it is. Actually, quite a bit more than slightly short. It's one nice thing of Dawnbringer using 3 mana. It might be a high mana cost, but when you're using that much mana accumulation, it does get to fill up. There we go. Anyways, kill out the other 2. Let's see. We'll take that for now. Get a Dawn down. But yeah, the same premise would work with what's its name? With Black Manacle. Should have probably done at least one of the battles with it. If still have a battle left, I'll do it on the next one. Was this our final battle or second to last? It's the same premise. You just don't get your purple immediately into it. Because this is the non-Dawnbringer variant. Though we would have to change our banner, of course, too. Yeah, that would work. Okay, let's roll with that then. So it's +5 purple, +1 brown. And of course you can use something a little bit more useful than Oracle. Okay, I kind of want to take a purple before we cast. Though I might just have to cast. Valraven, don't! Wait, this is a final battle, so I guess it doesn't actually matter if it does escape. I definitely don't want it escaping. Yeah, I might need to put 1 Euro Thralls in front. Just so it gets that initial mana accumulation. It's kind of a little bit annoying getting those up. That or you have to hold Black Manacle until you have their mana. That would slightly defeat the point. That still works. Slightly different than Dawnbringer, but still gets the same premise down. And there we go. Claim our loot. Which is mostly just for the 25 gems, since I don't need to Pleaguelord XP. And, oh gosh, I've been running armor that entire time. That's not what I wanted to run with it. Like I said, we did all those, we did all these, we did all those. Good. All of our dailies are out of the way then. So, next order of business, we can go and level up hero classes. Since we got every other little event out of the way. Of course, our main 2 is Oracle to 80 and Slayer to 80. Is the main 2 I'm working on right now. Both which should easily be done by the end of this weekend. Since we have Vault Event weekend, so we'll be grinding that quite a bit. But, yeah, we'll be able to do that. So let me go double check. Let's go do, I don't know, do we just do Station? I think I might hold and just do some PvP for now. Because we'll be doing a lot of that Explore this weekend. So let's get some normal PvP in. And then some casual PvP once we stop running out of easy battles here. That will die to one-shot. And just farm our XP here, and then for the weekend we'll go and do just Explore. Oh, we're getting some really lucky battles then. I'm in normal PvP right now. Which I gotta be careful not to repick on, because that is extremely expensive. 1 whole gem just to do a repick there. Not what we want to be doing. Also, let me go hand out a code as soon as, actually probably right now. Let's see, I'll hand out one right now. Just get one more battle in. Do you want to give us one? There we go. Let me start finding it for you guys. If I'm not mistaken, I deleted all the way up to the point the other day of where our next code should be. So it should be this one right here. Let me double check. Yep. Nice fresh code. And we'll go down in a second. Okay, throw that down. It's code time. Let's see. Do we have anything here? No. Let's just take the blue. And throw that down. Can't wait till that cough goes all the way away. It's definitely not as bad. You can even hear that it's not as bad. It's still been happening all day. A lot worse this morning. Luckily, it's getting better. Where's the thingy thing? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Where did my stream go? There it is. Hello, Corey. Welcome. There it goes. Go. There's the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Invite codes underneath settings menu, as always. Bottom left there. Redeem codes right over there in chat. And give the same order as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. If anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. Otherwise, most of the rest of the stream right now will probably be towards Oracle leveling. Trying to get this thing to 80. And then we only have one more we need to get to 80. Then we can get our last 7 to 100 each and be done with it. And one nice thing is, normally, I believe about 2 weeks from now, normally or so, we would have a new hero class. However, we're not getting new hero classes anymore. So, yeah, we'll finally be able to go get them all maxed without having to worry about getting more of them upgraded. So that'll be really nice. Then we can start using literally whatever hero class is best for whatever team, rather than using whichever one we need a level at a given time, which will help speed up quite a few battles. That currently we do slower just to, in order to accumulate XP towards a class. Like we are right now. Because this team obviously would be a bit quicker if we weren't using just a random hero class. That isn't really giving us much of an effect to help us win. Most useful thing with this team is any hero class with Green Storm. Oh, we didn't actually have a lineman. I thought we did. Whoops. That still dies. I'll have to follow up. That might not be low enough, but we'll still go for it. Did the weapon first because it looked like it wasn't going to be enough damage. Just in case. It's actually one of the reasons why I have that weapon there. When you're doing the Explorer, you never need to really worry about that because you're going to consistently get it each time. Most likely wherever you're exploring. However, for something like PvP, you do occasionally need it. If you see me in Explorer, you'll see me essentially never cast it a single time. But when you're doing PvP or if you're doing daily adventure board and you're using this team, you'll occasionally need it on higher stat battles. But all these other battles, you never touch it. Because Rowan just one-shots. And when you're doing Explorer, you're generally doing Explorer level where you're consistently going to be getting one-shot Rowan anyways. Do you think the game will be ported over to the new consoles? Yeah, it will definitely be accessible to the new consoles. Either through backwards compatibility or literally released on it. But if I'm not mistaken, don't both new consoles have backwards compatibility anyways? To at least some capacity? But yeah, they're definitely going to release on it. The one thing I'm kind of surprised they haven't released on, though a lot of stuff hasn't released on it, is Stadia. Kind of surprised they haven't tried releasing on Stadia, even though it's technically just another PC. Because I don't think they have any kind of exclusivity clause with Steam, I wouldn't think. In regards to PC ports, or you know. Though Stadia is pretty much dead anyways. I'm still kind of surprised. Actually, I don't think any 505 games are on Stadia now that I think about it. Is there a single 505 game on Stadia? Terraria, I don't believe is. Payday isn't. Gems of War isn't. What other games are there? I know there's more. There's plenty more from 505. But I don't think a single 505 game is on Stadia. I didn't even realize that till just now. Oh, that's too high. That might also be too high, but it's lower at least. Speaking of games, that's something else that got announced today too. So I have mixed feelings towards it. The next Paper Mario game got announced. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to play it, though. Like, it seems like they did slightly better on this one compared to some recent entries as far as Paper Mario. But it doesn't seem as good as the originals. And for that reason, I probably won't shell out $60 for it. I'll wait till people actually get it. Like, it's not something I would get on launch day. Like, something like Animal Crossing or something. It's something I'd probably wait till people play it, see how it looks like. See if it even is worth getting for the experience. Because some of them, you might as well just watch a stream of it and not even bother buying it. And honestly, Paper Mario seems like one of those kind of games. Or at least this entry of it. Let's see. Let's kill it out with that. It looks pretty nice, but mechanical-wise, it seems to miss a lot of the, what made the earlier games good. It definitely has potential, but it's definitely not something I would buy on day one. That's probably too high. Just gonna pass it. That one should be fine. Even though Amnesia gives even more stats. It'll do it at slow enough rate that it won't matter. Oh, and it doesn't even have the trait. Never mind. Not like it would have mattered. Would have died regardless if it had the extra stats or not. I believe it's 2 HP and 2 magic to all damage per turn. It used to be 1 and 1, but then it was increased to 2 to 2. And even then, it was useless. Yes, I buy every single physical Mario Party game. I have every single physical Mario Party game that has ever existed, with the only exception of all the Wii U ones, because Wii U. Because Wii U. But I own the physical version of every Mario Party, including the handheld ones, with the only exception being the Wii U versions, which I believe 1 or 2 of them came out on Wii U. 1 or 2 of them both being very, very bad. Arguably the worst 2 entries in the entire series. But yes, I own the physical copy of the rest of them. Including the really original ones on N64. Which honestly were some of the best ones. 2, 3, and 4. 2 and 3 which were on N64, and 4 which was on GameCube. I would say are arguably the best Mario Party games in the series. The most recent one could have had more potential if they actually added updates to it. It has not been updated or given any DLC since it launched a year and a half ago, which I'm really surprised by. They basically released it and then gave no support for the game after. which I was kind of expecting they would do otherwise. Unless they're planning on releasing another Mario Party within the Wii's or within the Switch's life cycle, which I believe is likely the case and might be the reason why they're not giving it as much support, is because they want to release a really, really big follow-up Mario Party, like halfway through the Switch's life cycle. Because I believe every single console has had at least 2 Mario Parties on it. And I believe the main reason why they're not really supporting the current one so much is because they're planning on one big one that will last the rest of the life cycle of the Switch, most likely. Because I believe every single one had at least multiple. Game Boy Advance had 1. Well, not counting handhelds. But Game Boy Advance had 1, and 64 had 3. GameCube had 3 or 4. The DS had 1 or 2. The Wii had 2 or 3. And I believe Wii U had 2. I can't actually remember if there was 1 or 2 for Wii U. But if I'm not mistaken, every single one had at least 1. I mean, it had at least 2 as far as main consoles, which were N64, GameCube, Switch, Wii, Wii U, and then Switch. Yeah, the last one wasn't bad. It wasn't the best Mario Party in the series, but it definitely wasn't bad. The biggest issue is lack of maps. The multiplayer on it is horrible, as an online multiplayer, and more minigames. Those are like the 3 main things it needs. Like the base game of itself is pretty nice, and most of the motion controls with it aren't like overly annoying. Because that has happened with some past entries too. I think Wii had the biggest issue with that, where they'd go with like some really weird motion control gimmicks, and it made some of the games like unplayable. It's because of how weird motion controls were. The most recent entry was a little bit better with that though. Now there is one ball throwing one that is super annoying, where you basically, it's almost like a hungry hippo kind of thing. You have to throw balls into like things when they open up. And the motion control in that is like really weird because of how sensitive it is to throw it too far. Actually, it's not even the too far one. It's the one that's closer that's harder to do. Because it keeps trying to chuck every single movement you do like a mile away. Hey, you still use yours as a tea table. That's funny. I don't know. I never got the Wii U. Nothing seemed enticing enough for me to go for. There was only 2 games that ever released on Wii U that almost made me get a Wii U, but never did. And that was Smash 4 and what's it called? Smash 4 and Mario Maker. Which is kind of funny because the thing that ultimately made me get a Switch was Smash 5, Smash Ultimate. What do we need here? Grab that one. Because these days, there's really no point in owning a Wii U. Because almost every single thing on Wii U, except for like Pikmin, has been ported over to Switch. Or has gotten a release on Switch, or, you know, like a sequel release. Like, technically, Mario Maker didn't get ported, it just simply got a whole new game. Can we please get a weak battle? That's why I hate this compared to Explorer. Luckily, we'll be doing normal Explorer all this weekend. Oh, since you have no Scorpius or Elhay, you use Rope Dart, Egg Thief, Ubistat with Greed. That could end up working. And just double kill to double kill. It's still the same premise. I'm not sure how quick that would be, though. Almost seems like you might be better off using Urskia Shield Rowan at that point. Though I never actually tested it to know. But it is a similar premise. You rope dart them, then Ubestet, then rope dart, then Ubestet. It feels like it needs a lot of mana. Since there's two big things you need to put mana into. Both the rope dart and the Ubestet. Let's see. We'll take that one there. Scorpius doesn't get slowed that much by the new troops there. It only ever gets slowed if that 125% revive thing ever shows up. But yeah, it did get nerfed. Scorpius build did get nerfed ever since then. It's not by much, but it did get nerfed somewhat on time. On average, it kills probably about 1 to 3 minutes per hour compared to how it used to be. Test which team? The Rope Dart Ubestet team? We can give it a shot. So basically it's Greed to Egg Thief to Rope Dart to Ubestet to Rope Dart to Ubestet. Though you might need another Egg Thief in there. Actually, you definitely would need another Egg Thief in there. But you'd basically cycle through them all. We can give it a shot real quick. Let's see. Okay, let's take our tribute. Grab our mail, which is this redeem code we handed out, which is probably dead by now. Offers, yeah, we just had deed here. Kind of almost the same offer as the other day. Oh, this one's technically always worth it, if and only if you need event keys. So this one right here, I personally don't go for it because I have all the event keys I'll ever need. But if you ever see this, it's actually worth going for. It's 20 event keys, 20 glory keys, and 20 gem keys. This is actually really good value if you need event keys. I personally don't, so I don't. But if you're at the point where you need event keys, you should always buy this 100% of the time. Because its value, even if you count it as discounted keys, is still a positive exchange. Because glory keys are worth about 1 gem each. Gem keys are worth about 9 gems each. And event keys are worth about 13.5 gems each. And I forget the math on that, but it comes out to about 430 or so gem value. Meaning that even at the discounted prices, you're getting even about 30 gems more of savings. So it's always worth going for this. But yeah, let me go do the math again. What's the full savings? If we count it at lowest value. So if we count it at bulk value. So that's 180 for the gem keys. Plus 20 for the other things. That's 200. And then the event keys come out to whatever 13.5 times 20 is. Which should be 27. So yeah, 270. So yeah, it's 470 gem value for only 400 gems. The reason I don't do it is because I don't need event keys. But if you need event keys, you're getting 70 gems in free value. It's honestly probably the best offer in the entire game. I have yet to find this on 25% off, but this thing's value is so good that if it was ever 25% off, I would probably even get it. It's always worth going for, though, if and only if you need event keys. If you don't need event keys, its value is actually quite a bit worse. But most people need event keys. The only reason I don't is because this is our event key stash right now. So I do not need event keys. However, a lot of people do. And if you are one of those people, it is worth it 100% of the time. Anytime you ever see that. It's one of the few offers that is worth it 100% of the time. Regardless. Though it is pretty pricey, 400 gems. But the amount of gems that you're getting in return is worth more than the 400 gems that you're putting in. By a really large margin compared to most of the other offers. So definitely worth considering. Anyways, let me go test that team real quick. Doesn't really matter too much where we do it as long as it doesn't have any annoying mechanic. Let's just do Zacian, I guess. Well, then again, I already have that set to something. Let's do Merlantis, I guess. Doesn't really matter too much. As long as it doesn't have any annoying revive mechanics. I don't believe it does here. Let me just do a battle retreat and then set it to explore 12 and see what it could do. Okay, let's go test the rope dart team. Let's do it over here, I guess. What team do I have here? This is the pure faction I ran the other day. Let's see how this goes. So right off the bat, we want to get Egg Thief to max. Oh, I forgot to do that first. Whoops. Oh, that's not enough damage? Mistakes are made. I thought that'd be enough damage. Do I not have magic set? That might be why. Yeah, it's not enough damage? I thought it would be. Okay, let me go set magic. We might actually need magic to do this then. Because it keeps being like 8 damage short. But if we switch to magic, that should be enough. Because we get the rope dart poke and any other poke. Yeah, I didn't switch my metals. Whoops. Yeah, that should be enough damage now. Because that's 16 more damage. 8 off of rope dart and 8 off of Ubistet. I was gonna say, because if that doesn't one-shot, that'd be quite a bit slower. But with one-shotting, it'd be a decent speed. For the most part, it doesn't really matter too much what we target. What does matter, though, is getting Egg Thief to full mana, which she doesn't want to right now, for whatever reason. Oh, it still didn't one-shot there either. I did poke it with both, right? You don't have spell reduction, do you? No, I did not kill. I'm finding it's not killing on quite a few instances. Well, here, because he has spell reduction. That's kind of expected that it wouldn't kill on. So apparently I need to find a different location. I thought Merlantis didn't have any spell reduction. Apparently it does. But the other one didn't, and it still didn't kill, though. I guess it also depends on their attack value. Where'd be a good location then? Zolkari is too much revive. Leonis Empire might actually work okay for it then. Not that difficulty though. You should just go with 3 niches. Even with 3 niches, I don't believe that's enough. With 3 niches, he would have taken 8 more damage. 8 more damage would not have been enough to kill him. But we can switch Anisha. But in that instance, he still would have lived. Because we would have done 8 more. 4 off of Rope Dart and 4 off of Ubistep. Because if you can't get that kill, it's probably too slow. Unless there's a kingdom where it can consistently get it in. Like right there, that was with max damage, and he still didn't die. Like, we can't get it any higher than that. It's as high as it goes. Where'd I get most of my event keys from? I got most of my event keys from Spoils of War back when you could buy it infinitely. Back in the day, about a year and a half ago, and from basically 4 years ago to a year and a half ago or so, for almost like 2.5 to 3 years straight, you could buy Spoils of War infinitely. And they ended up doing a patch where they limited it to 10 per week, which is how it currently is now, of course. However, at one point you could buy it infinitely, and they eventually changed this. However, you did have the ability to buy it infinitely prior to then. So basically what I did is I spent almost 1 million glory and just kept buying it over and over and over and over again, So that's how we got so many keys. We bought them while you could still buy them infinitely. So I stocked up like crazy because I knew we'd need them into the future at some point. But yeah, they're really good value, Spoils of War. They weren't for the longest of time, or they weren't really perceived as it. But as the game kept progressing and giving us like less gem value, they became increasingly more valuable. And to a point, they became so valuable that they had to nerf it, how many people could buy. However, they told us all before they did. So a lot of people just spammed like tons of glory to try to get it. I should have probably actually spammed even more. I didn't want to overspend though. I spent like 2/3 of my glory at the time on buying them, but I could have theoretically went further. I was just skeptical that they might add something else that would require glory, given that they announced it. They never did though. But I was kind of skeptical with the fact that they announced it, that they might have been adding a glory sync of some kind of other glory sync. So I wanted to keep it around just in case we needed it for something. But it turned out they never did end up doing that. That Steam's not bad. I personally don't care for its playstyle. But it would definitely work if you want to use this for Explore 12. I personally wouldn't myself, but it definitely would function for Explore 4. I mean Explore 12. Oh no, a summon. Oh no, another summon. Oh no! And it auto hits the weakest enemies. Which are both the 2 summons it just got. Fail. I'm doing that just in case it's not enough damage. Throwing the safety rope dart. This will be quicker that way. But yeah, there's very few ways to actually get event keys these days. They really limit it. You can get 10 per week off of Spoils of War now. You can get them occasionally off of Adventure Board. You can get them occasionally off of the new daily offers they have. Like today I ended up getting an offer for 20 of them, which is actually a really good deal with everything else that it comes with. So there's that offer. It's one of the reasons probably why it's such a good deal, is because it's mostly in place for people who didn't get to farm up like crazy on event keys, is why the value of it's so good. Because for people that did farm up crazy on event keys, it's really bad value. But for people who didn't, it's excessively good value. This offer right here, this offer. And I think they almost made it that way deliberately, so that people that did farm it would not want it, and that people who didn't would definitely want it. But yeah, this offer is always worth it if you have like under 1,000 event keys. The 400 one that gives you 20 of all 3. It's not worth it for me because we technically have infinite event keys. Not literally, but you know, it's going to take a while to burn through that many event keys. A very long time. Honestly, I would one-to-one convert them into gem keys. I have so many event keys right now. Even though gem keys are theoretically worth less. Anyways, does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, I think we're going to call it a wrap for today then. Most likely. We got most of what we need to get done. And the 2 classes I want to go get to 80, we'll get to 80 this weekend. Because it's Vault Event weekend, so we'll definitely want to grind that out and get those things leveled. What was your question, Defiance? Yeah, let me know what your question is. Yeah, the team is really good. You just have to go out of your way to set up for the last kill. You're normally going to need either a skull or a second rope dart to knock it down to kill range. Because it seems in most battles it will not naturally have enough damage. Even if you use 12 magic, you're not going to have enough damage to bring it to kill range. Which we saw as we did it. Also, let me change that back to 20%. Let's see. Oh, you were just kidding. But any other questions? Anything? Also, hello, Mod Mark. I don't think I said hi. But welcome and goodbye. Let's see. In your stage of the game, late game, where do you use event keys? At this point in the game, it's one of the reasons why I also have so many. You only ever use event keys for for 2 reasons. One is if you're in a super late game, you would use it for one of 2 reasons. One is to get one of the last few mythics that you don't own. If you're still missing any mythics, you would use it on the event week where that mythic is obtainable, and then just spam thousands of event keys until you get that mythic. Also, you could just wait for Soulforge, which is normally cheaper to do if you're only missing a few. But some people choose to do that one, especially if you're missing both the 2 mythics from a certain kingdom. If you happen to be only missing like 10 or less, but 2 of them are in the same kingdom, definitely good value to do so. The other thing that you tend to use them for, and the only thing I use them for currently, is new legends. This happens a lot less often than it used to in the past. However, about once every 1 to 2 months, we will get a new legend via event key drop table. And these are only obtainable through the event key drop tables for an entire month, and then they come into the drop table with everything else in Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests. However, you generally want to get them during the event key drop table time, and that's the only time I ever go for them. I'll either keep opening until I get 2 copies and use a blue orb on them, or if I feel like I have way too many event keys at a given time, like right now, I'd probably just open until I get all 7, and then just upgrade it from there. And the reason I say 7 rather than 6 is just to make sure I have 2 copies of it in case it's one that is viable with 2. I normally only do this if it has a good mythic within the kingdom. Otherwise, I'll probably just go and use an orb on it once I have 2 copies. But that's pretty much how I would go about it. I'm not sure when we're getting our next Monday Legend. I'd go double check. It's very rare recently that we've been getting Monday Legends. It used to happen like once a month pretty consistently. However, now it's quite a bit less often than before. I can go double check real quick. When's our next event key legend? You can tell by the fact of whenever we get another legend throughout a week. That isn't... Oh, there it is. Next event week legend is June 1st. It's actually a pretty decent one, too. You'll also be able to get off of event keys that Poison Troop, if you haven't gotten her already. Why do I forget her name? But, yeah, here's the drop table for the next time event keys will be viable for endgame. And if you don't already have it... Oriali was her name. Where'd she go? Where's she? But, Oriali. If you don't have Oriali, she'll be in the event key drop table. I already have 4 of her, so I'm probably not going to want to overly spam this, so this is a pretty good troop. But I'll probably get 2 and just use a blue orb on it, probably. Because I don't need more copies of this mythic. I literally have 4. So I'll probably pass. And there's only 1 mythic here. So any of the event keys will, if it gives you a mythic, will guarantee give you a Oriali. Which is good if you want to go build a Scorpius build. But most of the rest of the drop table pretty pitiful here. But yeah, we're getting a new snake. This is specifically what it's going to be. This thing right over here. Unless it changes, of course. I'm going to open in a different tab so it's a bit bigger. Let's see. So we're getting this thing, Basilisk. I don't feel like it's going to be super viable, but it's an interesting premise. It's a legendary Mr. Scales troop. It'll be in the event key drop table June 1st. And it'll be exclusive for that week in event key drop table, and then it won't be in any drop table for an entire month. So definitely make sure to get it then with event keys. and it's a monster beast from Mrs. Scales. And what it does currently, though it could be changed, is it deals biggest issue is it doesn't have any board control, but it deals magic plus 2 true damage to an enemy. And if the enemy is poisoned, deal double damage. And then it will also deal magic plus 2 true damage damage again. And if they're stunned, it also deal double. Theoretically meaning, if you have the entire enemy team both poisoned and stunned, you'll be able to get 4 times true damage on it. This will kill pretty much anything in the game in one shot. However, the biggest issue with this is it's a 16 mana cost one-shot ability with no board control. This tends to be pretty bad because there's a lot of things that can potentially one-shot in the game. And this thing just requires a lot of setup to really make it work. As far as its unique trait, it does get to stun a random enemy when matching brown gems, which does actually make it one of the better stunners in the game, especially given that it uses brown. You can almost use this as alternative Corvash for Guild Wars, and it's probably going to be its biggest purpose, actually, I feel like, is alternative Corvash for Guild Wars. So if you don't want to necessarily use a Corvash, or if you don't necessarily need the mana drain off a Corvash, which normally you do, but if you happen to not need it for a certain battle, this might be the next best thing. Because if you have a really heavy spam brown team, and maybe not even on brown day, but this kind of as a Guild War option, stun is obviously pretty good, and be able to get 4 times stun onto the enemy team can be pretty nice. And even if you don't have them poisoned, this thing still does triple damage. You're hitting with 2 instances of true damage, and one of them gets doubled if they're stunned. So you're basically doing triple true damage to something. That is most likely enough damage to one-shot it. So even without the poison, it might still have enough to one-shot. Which, if that is the case, it might actually be viable. Because you can use that as an alternative Corvash that instead of doing double mana drain, has a single one-shot instead. So, yeah, it's basically, oddly enough, going to be used like Corvash, I feel. Is probably its biggest purpose. It's even the exact same color as Corvash. 2 higher mana costs, but it'll likely secure a kill in most situations. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting Guild War option. I don't feel like it's going to be used in any other situation, though. It's only going to be used as an alternative stunner, especially if you don't own Obsidius or something. But yeah, it's just a Corvash replacement, essentially, for some situations. It also theoretically has a higher score reduction, not by much, though. It has 30% rather than 25%. Not like that would matter much. Also, if he's a little bit further up in your team, you can both get poison off it and a stun, in which case you'll get 4 times damage rather than 3 times. But if 3 times is already enough damage, the 4 times won't really matter. But yeah, that's a new thing that's going to be coming on June 1st, and it'll be in the event key drop table. So if you don't have event keys, you probably want to go get some in the near future, because you probably want to save them for Basilisk. And you also have a chance of getting a Reality if you don't already have a copy. So we have way more than enough, that's for sure. Watch us get another one, because we don't need it at all. Technically, you don't even need more than 1 Reality, and we have 4. Gosh. But anyways, any other questions, anyone? Let me know. Yeah, that's the next time you'll use event keys. June 1st for Basilisk. Unless you needed something else between now and then. But as far as endgame players, that's the next time they would use event keys. Is on June 1st for the new Basilisk troop. Any other questions, anyone? Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow morning. Probably in about, probably noon tomorrow. I'll try to have a video going over the weekly stuff. Tomorrow morning. Should be able to get that recorded. Cough is pretty much all away at this point, for the most part. Still been feeling pretty horrible every single morning. Hopefully I don't tomorrow morning. But I should be able to get it up, have the video up, have the stream around noonish or so, and kind of just go from there. That's pretty much the game plan. And yeah, we'll go from there. I do keep in mind things might be a little bit later, but that is at least currently the game plan. And then we'll farm a Vault event. No new content coming out this week, but this weekend. But we do a Vault event, so great to go grind out, get some more resources. Our gems have seen better days, so definitely need to go repair that a little bit. And go from there. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And best of luck on the Vault Grind weekend, which actually the timer for it's right over here if you want to know exactly when it starts. It starts right as of this right now, 5 hours and 44 minutes. And you can see the timer whenever. And it lasts for 3 days. It lasts all Friday, all of Saturday, and all of Sunday until Monday reset is when it ends. So you have 3 days starting in 5 hours and 44 minutes from now. And it's a great time to go farm up Cedric if you don't already own him. If you don't own 2 copies of him, because some teams use 2. Great time to get all the gnomes if you don't are missing any. I'm technically missing 1, but I'm holding off the keys. I don't know. Maybe we'll finally stay them and try getting them and go from there. But anyways, guys, we'll catch you later. Best of luck on the Vault event, and I will see you guys soon. Enjoy your weekend. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching.